Guys, we are joined by a special guest today. Charlie Kratovil is here. He is the editor and founder of New Brunswick Today. Charlie, let me just set this up for everybody. You've run afoul of the law before in New Brunswick, and you've been on this mission to expose corruption. This time it's about the water department and a meter that ended up in your hands, a meter that you say shows that there is rampant corruption, that people are getting free water.
I don't think I've run afoul of the law. It's actually the folks who are supposed to protect and serve us that have violated people's rights, including my own over the years. But yeah, that's what happened. We're investigating corruption. I'm just doing my job. One of our readers read our most recent report about corruption. Two people were criminally charged. We wrote a big story on it. Somebody called me and said, "Hey, I want to show you something. I think you're the right person to look into this."
My guest today is an inanimate object, a water meter that we obtained, New Brunswick Today obtained, from a confidential source.
So now I got this water meter, and my source told me it was unusual. I took it to an expert, and they said that this meter was proof that a crime had been committed because it read all zeros. Like if you had a car with all zeros on the odometer, right? It's not supposed to be like that if it's got miles on it.
Do we have a shot of this? I'll read it. It's 0.89 cubic feet. So I don't know. It looks like this meter might have seen a little bit more water go through it.
Now, where did the water meter come from?
I was told it came from a business in New Brunswick, a restaurant.
Okay, so the allegation is that if this water meter came from a restaurant, that the restaurant was getting free water.
That is the allegation, and also I was told that this isn't the only one, that there's actually many of these fraudulent devices around, and I thought I was onto something, and then the police really proved that I'm onto something because they hustled to get a search warrant to take this meter away from our organization.
What we're looking for is the water meter and the MXU unit that was shown in your video that you posted on the 17th.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay. And also we're looking for whatever SD card or whatever that video is stored on. Okay, that is what our search warrant is for.
How did they know you had it?
Well, they watched my show. We do a great show called the New Brunswick Today Show. And apparently somebody at the water utility watched our show and got the police involved. And
it's like, hey, that's our meter.
Yeah, they seem to think it's their property. And so I agreed to...
So did they arrest you?
No, I wasn't arrested. I was planning to meet with them actually today, but they hustled and got a search warrant and showed up at my place.
So your plan was to give them the water meter, show them, say, hey, I've exposed something.
Well, yeah, I was actually going to take it to get tested, but they did not seem very interested in examining the allegations of corruption at the water utility. They seemed much more interested in finding out how I got the water meter, and this is a case where...
That's a valid question, though? I mean, somebody clearly removed a water meter from a business.
Well, I think that the real issue here is that the water utility is so incompetent and corrupt that they, if this is their property, they can't keep track of it. And when it falls into the hands of a journalist, they freak out. That shows that they are corrupt, not that I've done anything wrong. So I think that they're twisting it.
Well, look, good luck, Charlie. I mean, being a journalist doesn't mean that you can violate the law, so they obviously had something to go on. Having said that, it's unbelievable. If you've stumbled into this, or you didn't really stumble into it, you've actively pursued it for a couple of years. Clearly, there have been violations at the water department, resulting in somebody going to jail for it. So keep the fight, but I think before, we'll have to see more as it comes out. We want to have you back for sure.
Thanks, I'll be back.
Keep us posted.
Awesome. Happy Christmas,
Thanks, man.
guys.
Merry Christmas.